Good morning, students. In the previous class, we have discussed about posed crop perspective. So, posed crop, the P stands for planning, O organization, yes, staffing, the direction, coordination, or reporting, B budgeting. So, in today's class, we are going to discuss about recruitment and training. What is that? Recruitment and training. So what are in the government post or in the public administration, this is very important because they are dealing with the public, they are dealing with the public problems. So here the recruitment is nothing but to selecting the peoples for the public services. Through the recruitment process and training process, they will run the public administration. The process of searching eligible candidates for the civil services and the motivating them to compete for the civil services is called recruitment. What is the question is raised here? What is mean by recruitment? The recruitment is nothing but it is the motivating them to compete for the civil services. This is called as recruitment. Next, an efficient administration is based on efficient recruitment process. So whatever the work you are doing, that will be depend on efficiency is very important. So simply coming, sitting and going from the office, that is will not work out. So for that to work efficiently, to work sincerely, they are eligible candidate only they will going to select. If efficient, honest, eligible person is selected to the civil service, the person delivers a good public service through his creativity. If the good person is selected means then only he is able to give a better service for the public. So that is the main intention of the government to search the eligible candidate. The person delivers good public services through his creativity, intelligence, and positive behavior. Here, along with this recruitment, what are the some other skills should be there? What they are going to observe here? First one is creativity, intelligence, and the positive behavior. There is a behavior is very important. Like you can see that give respect and take respect. That is also one of the good behavior or positive behavior that should be teached through the recruitment and training. If the recruitment process is more scientific and efficient, public administration becomes more efficient by having efficient civil services. Civil servants. So civil servants is nothing but they will be going to give the service for the public. Civil means that is a public or citizen. So according to O.G. Stahl, he was given a statement of a staff administration, or according to O.G. Stahl, he was telling that recruitment is the base of staff structure. So first one is recruitment is the first level of the public administration. If you selected good person, then only you are able to see the good structure or the good administrator in the public sector. For example, you can see that if the foundation is not good, then how we are going to build a good building or a good house. So that will be very important. So the OG Stahl is given his statement, recruitment is the base of staff structure. So next one is methods of recruitments. So what are the methods? How they are going to do the recruitment or selection, you can call that. The first one is direct recruitment and second one is internal recruitment. So direct recruitment also called as a external recruitment. External means by conducting the competitive exams. So that is extra activities. First only I told you that they will see that their creativity, intelligence and positive behavior. That is also comes under the external recruitment. Through the competitive exams, which person is going to select, that process we are going to call as a direct recruitment. Next one is internal recruitment. So that is internal recruitment is nothing but selecting the eligible in service. selecting the eligible in service personnel to higher position is called as internal recruitment. Just you can see that recruitment by promotion. For example, from you can see that from peon to like SDA, FDA. That SDA is second division assistant, FDA is first division assistant. Like that only, based on their eligibility, based on their quality, based on their education and their behavior, all the activities will be going to observed by while the person is going to hire under or while selecting the candidates, that is under the internal recruitment. Clearly you don't get the confused, that is a internal and external, you can yearly easily you can understand. Next, training process. This is recruitment is over, but training is very important. So person is eligible, but he don't know how to deal with the public, isn't it? So that's why they have the even the system of in their public administration or in the service, that is will be training will be there for those people, those candidates are selected. The efficiency of the civil services personnel depends on the quality of training received. So training is very need for everyone from born to death. We need a training in a different level or in a different our age group. So government also going to do the good training because they want to get a good quality or the training received by the public administration. As the modern administrative functions are complex in nature, the personnel need to undergo proper training to know the manage the administrative functions. Only through proper training. So what they are dealing with, only through the proper training. If the child is coming from home to school, means we are giving some extra knowledge what the student is not going to get from the parents. So that discipline, that punctuality the student should learn in the school. So that is also type of the training in the school level we are giving. Like that only in the government they are giving a training to the staff also. Next, pre-service and post beginning of service training. Means first one is formal and informal training, that is different. But after joining the job or after joining the service, they will give pre-service and post beginning of service, that is also important. Pre-service training prepares the future employees for the civil services, isn't it? In future so and so problems will be raised at the moment, how to deal, how to solve this problem. So that type of the training will be considered as a pre-service and post beginning of service training. Next one is short term and long term training. So training period will be some different departments, it will be there. You come to the police department, that will be 2 years, isn't it? Come to the education department, this is the period is different. So here they will be divided into two part in the types of training. One is short term and next one is long term training. Short term training is 4 or 6 week duration. This clearly said that short term training is a 4 to 6 weeks duration. It will be considered or it will be called as a short term training. For example, doctors selected through public service commissions undergo 6-week training. So that will be doctor, already they completed 5 years of their learning or the training course in the MBBS or in the different medical science. So for them we need only how to deal with the public, how to deal with the patients. So that will be short term. Yes, for 4 to 6 weeks enough, already they know with the operation or with the other medical or medicines, but they need how to deal with the patient, that is also training will be given in the government job. The long term training is continuous in nature and it is duration would be 1 or 2 years. Just I told you, in the public, sorry, in the civil services like police or in the administrative department, at the moment that will be very important. They should gone through the long-term training. The training given to candidates selected for all Indian service is the example for this type training. For example, you can see that IAS, KS, KPSC. So these are the different public exams will be conducted. Those are selected through that competitive exams. They will be going to undergone that long-term training. Next, fourth one is departmental and central institutes training. The training provided by specific department for the candidates selected for it is called as departmental training. So because they are working already, with working only they are going to get the training by their respective department. Under the department candidate select for it is called as a departmental training. For example, you can see that police personal training, isn't it? They will be selected for that. Then under that they will be going to gone through the departmental training in service only, right? Next one is fifth one is skill training and background training. That is based on their skill also they will give having the training. But 10th candidates, if the person is selected based on his qualification, that is 10th, that will be different. And if the person is good in computer skill or good in computer, that person will be trained differently. A training aiming at increasing the skill of personnel is called skill training, based on the person's skill or based on his aim. That will be given different training, that is considered or that is called as a skill training. Based on his skill, based on his qualification, his intention or aim, they will be given separately. For example, the compulsory B.Ed training for high school teachers, isn't it? If you want to become a primary or high school teachers, primary teachers, that person should be completed D.Ed for high school education. The B.Ed, that is Bachelor of Education training for high school teachers. A training that aims at providing general awareness is called background training. This is what is meant by background training. A training that aims at providing general awareness is called as background training. Here also the general awareness also we must and should person should have. That is a common sense, we can call that. How to behave, how to talk, isn't it? That is also very important. That is considered as a background training. For example, training provided by Mysore's Administrative Training Institute. So that is in Karnataka only. The background training center is there. That is will be located in Mysore. That is named as Administrative Training Institute of Mysore or Mysore Administrative Training Institute. So in the next class we will discuss about UPSC, that is Union Public Service Commission. Thank you.